What is up, Chad? I'm Vick Almighty, and today I'm going to show you guys the 2 best ways to protect your sneakers across the board. Today we're working with the 2026 Wolf Grey 5s. These soles are some of the most beautiful icy soles I've ever seen. The uppers, buttery soft. However, without the right protection, these won't last long. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We have weekly content showcasing cleanings, restorations, and customs. For these Wolf Greys, we want to protect them before we wear them. These icy soles, like I said, are some of the most beautiful soles I've ever seen. That blue tint is just gorgeous. However, I guarantee you, after 10 plus wears without sole shields, these will start to yellow. It's one of those things that you really can't avoid. Once you start wearing them, all types of grease, dirt, and grime seep into those soles and just start the oxidation process. Even if you keep these dead stock brand new for years to come, that yellowing is naturally going to happen, but you can help prevent that with some sole shields. Now, another reason why I love this shoe so much besides the icy soles is the material on these uppers. It's buttery soft, it's a nice rich gray. It's one of those materials that I can definitely see fading over time, or even worse, changing to a different texture. One thing that can help prevent all of that from happening is our Reshoevn8r Water Stain Repellent. Over time, if you get some nasty stains on it or clean it incorrectly, this suede will definitely get damaged. So for these Wolf Greys, we're protecting them both ways, uppers and soles. I'm going to start with the soles simply because I don't want to get any of the water stain repellent onto the soles before I apply the sole shields. Also, the plan is simple. One of them is going to get protected, the other one isn't. No water and stain repellent, no sole shields at all. One of the guys here at Reshoevn8r is going to wear them for a few weeks straight. We're going to get them all dirty, clean them up, and we're going to see what the difference is. So with that being said, this one's going to go to the side. We're focusing on the left sneaker. Let me grab my simple tools to start the sole shield process. All right, first things first, the heat gun. This is an absolute must. Use a heat gun, not a blow dryer. You need this amount of heat. Next up, scissors. Everybody got a pair of these at home. The third thing you need is one that everybody should have at home, a pen. And lastly, the blade, but that's already over there. All right, let's open up our sole shields. 2 great quality sole shields to protect your soles. The thickness on these are perfect, fully flexible, they're not gonna crack on you. Alcohol wipes, you need these to prep the soles before you apply these for full adhesion. Now to start this process, it's super simple. Make sure you lay down the sole shield flat with the paper face pointing up, grab your shoe, place it right on top. Now I kind of understand this is a controversial product. Some people just say, wear your shoes, who cares if they get dirty, they're just sneakers. Other people really go all out with their sneakers, make sure they're protected from top to bottom, clean them up right after every single wear. Trust me, I understand both sides, I'm right in the middle. I like to wear my shoes free, no care in the world, but at the same time, some of these sneakers are really expensive. Some of them go for $250 retail, resell $1,000 plus. The last thing I want to do is destroy my investment. So drop a comment down below if you like to wear your shoes raw or wrap them up with our sole shields. The next step in this process is the pen. You want to use a pen and not a marker. I've done this mistake years ago where I grabbed the Sharpie. The marker on the sides can easily stain the soles on the shoe. If you get that Sharpie on that clear sole or really anywhere else on the sneaker, trust me, it's not coming off. Do what's safest and use a pen or a pencil. Before you do step 1, make sure your pen works. Now for this next process, we're going to be using the scissors to cut this out. One thing I like to do is cut right outside the line. This is another mistake I've done over the years where I've gotten too close or inside the line. When it's time to apply the sole shield, it doesn't fully cover up the sole and defeating the whole purpose. One easy way to avoid that is to cut right outside the line. For this process, it's better to have extra sole shield than not enough. If there's extra sole shield, you can just cut that off, and I'll show you in a bit how to do that. Now normally the side isn't really an issue, it's more so in the front and the back. Like I said, it's better to have extra that wraps around the midsole than not have enough. I've seen it before on a shoe where we didn't fully cover up the sole. When it was time to remove the sole shield, the majority of that sole was icy blue, but the little area where it wasn't covered up, the oxidation started to occur. Right now we're protecting these Jordan 5s because of these icy soles, but honestly, if these Jordan 5s didn't have an icy sole, I can protect them as well. We've done so many shoes over the years. Jordan 1s, 3s, 4s, 6s, 7s, 8s, you name it. Honestly, our sole shields are meant for so many sneakers, a ton that we haven't even tried yet. Drop a comment down below on which soles we should do next. We're looking for a crazy one. Now, as you can see on that top piece and on the bottom piece, we left a little bit of extra. Before we can apply this onto the shoe, we gotta do some quick prep work. This is where our alcohol prep pads come into play. In this case, it's gonna be super easy. Since the shoe is brand new, we're gonna give it a quick wipe down. Really all I'm trying to do is remove any oils that can get in the way of a smooth application. If your shoes are worn and wanna put some sole shields on, first thing you gotta do is give them a good deep clean, remove all that grime and dirt, let them air dry, then put your sole shields on. For the fun stuff, You kind of only have one shot at this, so you want to make it count. First, you're going to want to carefully remove the paper back off the sole shield. I'm going to do that now. Works better when you have some nails. Peel it very carefully. Lay it down somewhere flat where it's not going to get in the way. Now this is something that's worked very well for me over the years, and everyone else here at Reshoevn8r does the same exact thing. You want to take a seat somewhere, put the shoe on your lap, use your legs to lock the shoe in place, grab the sole shield, and just apply it onto the shoe. Really, if you just do this, you can't go wrong. Now this is just half the work. The sole shield's barely on the shoe. To fully lock it in place, we're going to need the heat gun. I'm going to apply a ton of heat directly onto the sole. Once it's good, I'm going to start shaping the sole shield onto the sole. Now this heat gun can be pretty dangerous to these shoes. It can cause some serious damage. If you apply a lot of heat directly to these air units, either side, it's going to pop. If you apply a lot of heat to these nettings, it's going to warp. Be very careful with those two areas, and not only that, as you're using the heat gun, keep moving it around as you go. Never keep it in one place. You can also cause separation to this shoe. That being said, it's still a simple process. All right, that's enough heat. Right now these sole shields are extremely hot. You can go about this two different ways. You can grab a towel and apply it over the sole shield to start shaping it up. I've lost a sense of nerves on my fingertips about 5 years ago, so it doesn't really hurt me. So the towel here is not needed. Now this right here is where you want to take your time. Make sure you just kind of have it wrapped around the entire sole. Any little edge that's sticking up, make sure you get it to lay down flat. Right now we will apply more heat. This is just the first step. Luckily for us, this Jordan 5 is pretty simple. It's pretty flat all around. There are some soles though that are super tricky. Round 1 looks good. Round 2, here we come. All right, now at this point, the sole shield is shaped up pretty nicely with the sole. Now I'm gonna bring in some small scissors. I'm gonna be using the round part of these scissors simply because my fingers are way too big. This is gonna allow me to get into the grooves of the shoe. That way I can get these sole shields to fully lock in place all around, not just the surface. Honestly, this is one of those processes where the more time you spend on it, the better results you will get. Application's fully done, looks good, nothing was cut too short. Some of the sole shield is on the sides of the sole. Most of the time I go in and cut it off. However, in this case, it's actually useful. One thing about the Jordan 5 sole, right here on these two sides, there's two little openings. Same exact thing on the opposite side. As you wear them, sometimes dirt and water get underneath those little areas into the sole shield, weakening it. Sometimes it's to the point where the sole shield starts to come off during wear. You don't want that. One easy fix is to close them up with the sole shield, just like how I did now. The cool thing about this is you can barely see the sole shield on that blue icy sole. It's barely visible. The only area I'm gonna do some chopping with the blade is this tiny little area right on the gray. That's way too obvious. For this process, you want a very sharp blade and a gentle touch. If you cut too deep, you're gonna cut into the material. You just wanna do it light enough to remove that piece. All right, soles are fully protected. Now for this next step, we're gonna go outside, protect the uppers with our water and stain repellent. This is a one-step deal. Some pro tips when using our water and stain repellent is to spray your sneakers about 6 to 8 inches away. We usually recommend 2 to 3 coats to make sure your sneakers are fully protected. Shop all the products you see in today's video at Reshoevn8r.com. Alright, half these shoes are fully protected. The next step in this game plan is to wear them. One of the guys here at Reshoevn8r is going to wear them for a few weeks straight. We want to show you and we want to see for ourselves what these shoes are going to look like after a few weeks of wear and tear. I'll see you in the near future.